Okay, now we're back. Let's see what's going on here. All right, let me see, what did I miss in the past live stream? Let me see. Hey, Blueberry, welcome. So glad to see you. Thank you. Blueberry, you can. There is a list. There are some people who are already on it that I'm scheduled to be reading for in the now time. Hey, Violet Flame, welcome back. Yes, I can see you guys now. I wasn't seeing anybody but myself talking to myself in the chat. So let me just make sure, because Crystal N is next. I just read for Pamela. Let me just make sure that we are good to go there. Okay. Looks like I already pinned this. The universe is trying to get me to take a break. Oh, funny. We've made it. Yes, Kylie. So I missed, Kylie, I missed everything inside the chat because on my end, it looked like I was just talking to myself. Like I couldn't see any of the commentary. Okay. Yeah, but Pamela, you're fun too? Are you fun too? Yes, I just completed that reading at the tail end of live stream. It was the last 10 minutes of that stream. Go over there and actually just make sure that it actually recorded for you. Pamela, well, let me just see that it actually recorded. Give me 1 second. So if you divine presence for humans who don't. Okay, wait, I read for Home Sweet Planet. Oh, I read for Home Sweet Planet at the tail end of that live stream, not Pamela. Okay, let's get it, Pamela. Let's get it. I was waiting and waiting. And I couldn't
using the mind.
Yeah.
Taurus.
Okay, so yeah, I read for Home Sweet Planet and now I'll read for you. Thank you for your patience. My apologies. I don't know what happened there because in the chat, it just looked like I was talking to myself the entire time, which is really weird. I just saw myself posting and posting and posting and I didn't see anyone else. So I'm really glad to stream not Pamela. Okay, let's get it, Pamela. Let's get it. Let me mute myself. Ooh, so loud. Okay, cool. The video pauses, the chat pauses, yeah. Okay, got it. Oh, of course. I mean, I prefer to come back home. I would come back on, I mean. Live chat instead of talk chat should fix it. It should, right? It should fix it. I agree. Thank you, Home Sweet Planet. I'm really glad that you had the, but the person who's running the stream does see all the messages. They see the messages that got deleted. They see the messages that everyone else doesn't see, but hopefully we're good to go. So I have Home Sweet Planet, I'm sorry, I have Crystal and Pamela. Where did Crystal go? Is Crystal here? She's on the list as well. Okay, what's your question, Violet Flame? And then I'll know which chart I'm working with, because in a one question, one chart mini reading, I only work with one chart. So I see you gave me the birth information for both. Based on the question you ask, I'll know which chart to select to create for you to answer your question, okay? And then there's a crystal N that's also supposed to be where we are in our connection right now. Oh, girl, you asking me to do keen stuff out here. I can't do keen stuff here. Then my secret would be out, Violet Flame. I can't answer that question. I need you to ask me something more specific. What you want to know? Ask me something more specific. Totally King, because I miss you. Yeah, yeah. That was a whole different type of reading I was doing over there that I'm not doing right now. I'm sorry, sweets. Whole different type of reading. I don't know. Where's he at? Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do it, Violet Flame. Yeah, I didn't tell anyone, Kylie, but I was on Keen for a hot minute. And I read on Keen for people, and that's where Violet Flame came from. She and I met on Keen. She said she was already a subscriber to the YouTube, but she didn't know it was me on Keen because I was operating under a different name. Yeah, I read for people. I read for people on the Keen. So I'll get his chart together and we'll see just kind of what's going on for the gentleman. He was born in Connecticut, in Greenwich. Right. Let me try and spell this right. For a hot second, I was doing that, and I was just doing tarot. I didn't do an intuitive readings. I did not do astrology for people on Keen. I just did tarot and stuff, and that's how I got to know Violet Flame and her situation. Is reading for her on Keen. Okay. Where is he at? I had no idea it was her. Kylie's like, that's hilarious. Yes. Okay. I told her to make her own app. Yes, because I did get kicked off of King because I was like, I was not playing by the rules correctly. Like I was out here telling my clients, I was like, you don't need Keen. You're spending too much money on Keen. This is addictive. Here's what you need. And I was sending people over to like Catherine Woodward Thomas for like that her work on conscious uncoupling. I was sending people to Thais Gibson for her work on attachment styles and relationships. I was like straight up telling my clients, don't spend your money with me here anymore. Yes, Kylie, I got kicked off. um Yes, I did, Kelly. I'm glad, Kylie, you and Kelly find this funny that I got kicked off of Keen. I'm glad you find this amusing. But yeah, I was like out here doing all the things I shouldn't have done. Like I had one girl, I felt so bad for her. She like she was really struggling with like a body odor issue and I have a background as a health coach. Oh, Kalisa, okay. Kylie, can you tell Kalisa how to get current in the chat, please? Pretty please, and thank you. Because Kalisa is well late. But yeah, this one girl had this body odor issue, and she wanted me to read for her on when the body odor issue would clear up. And I thought it was a joke. I thought I was getting trolled, but the girl was dead serious. And I was like, oh, I know what this is because I've seen this. And I knew how to help her because I have the background as a health coach. And so I just knew her phase 2 liver detoxification wasn't working. And so I just kind of casually mentioned that she needed something to help her phase 2 liver detoxification, which is also against the Keen rules. You're not supposed to read on health stuff, but I just really wanted to help her. So I told her what she could take, but I couched it as like, oh, I used to have a body odor issue and this is what I took. Still a no go for Keen. So yeah, I did like basically everything Keen doesn't want me to do and I got kicked off. Actually giving a fuck about people gets you get kicked off of Keen, and that's what happened. So I'm not on there anymore, but I was very, very proud of my 5-star rating that I had. I was like a 5-star reader on Keen for like 2 minutes. Okay. Okay. You want to know where he's at. All right, let me do this thing. Let me do this. All right, so yeah, man, story got deep there. I was getting kicked off of Keen for caring about people too much. Okay. Where your person is at, as I'm looking at this is interesting because we have Saturn speaking loudly to your person's moon, and your person's moon is in the 7th house of committed partnership. What's interesting, because I remember seeing his chart yesterday and kind of placing it in my mind where I was like, huh. And we talked about the whole Gemini 7th house thing and what that means in light and shadow, because that can yield a lot of problems with duplicity, but what he really means is communication. And what this is asking him to do with Saturn trining his moon in Gemini. Saturn is the restorer of integrity. This is the 3rd house of communication. Gemini is the sign of communication. Moon is emotions. is he's being asked to step up to the plate at this time and be in integrity with his words and his emotions. In other words, don't say shit you don't mean the shit you say, be real, be honest, be congruent, and build trust. Build trust within yourself by not betraying yourself with your words, and build trust with other people by not betraying yourself with your words. And so this is some of the lesson of the entirety of this year for him, is learning how to, what's in his heart, to say it out of his mouth, to be emotionally congruent and live in emotional integrity. And when he can do that, when he can operate like that, that's when he'll find that some of the problems that I do see manifesting here in his 7th house of committed partnership, I see problems over here in the house of wish fulfillment. I'm seeing some problems in his day-to-day living and day-to-day life, and you already know why his daily life is currently messed up. It's because those things don't get fixed for him until he steps into being sovereign with his words and being in integrity with his words. And so that's the deal here. That's what's going on. Is he has this thing going on with him where life is asking him to own up to his emotions, his heart, his needs. That's the moon, what he truly feels in his heart, specifically in the arena of relationships. That's that 7th house there. Life is asking him to own up and put his money where his mouth is, to walk the talk. And if he can't walk the talk, there shouldn't be no talking. Basically, that's what this is about. And so the opportunities keep getting presented. And I believe you and I talked about how yesterday, how you are an opportunity, you being honest, you being congruent in the space with him gives him that invitation to more deeply connect to himself, to be more thorough in his communication with himself about what he truly feels, what he truly wants, so that he can then be that level of congruent with the people in his world. And that's going to clean up some of the problems he's having with fulfilling hopes, wishes, and dreams. It's also going to clean up some of the problems that he's having with dealing with his day-to-day world. Like I said, we already know why his daily life is a hot mess. But that's once he starts being honest about where he's actually at, he's going to find that his life falls into place in such a way that he's no longer struggling in these areas. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing in terms of where he's at. That's his invitation for lessons, his invitation for learning. That's his growth period at this time. And it's really going to foster an ability for you to trust him, for him to trust himself when he does this. Okay. So let's see what's going on. I will use the tarot for you. Let's see what's going on with where he's at. I need to shuffle this a little bit better. Let me get in there with the shuffles. Okay. So Kalisa, are you Crystal? I think you're Crystal. Yes. Okay, I'm Crystal and I am here. Awesome. Thank you, Kylie. I appreciate you helping her. Thank you so much. Okay. Such a weird thing. I've never had my chat just freeze up on me like that. That was really bizarre. Okay. I do feel he's getting close. Nice. Very nice. You got to trust your intuition on these things. You got to trust what you feel on these things, right? I need you now. Oh. Okay. Just one more shuffle. Nope, right there. Okay. All right, so what does Pamela need to know or understand about where her person is at? What does Pamela need to know or understand about where her person is at? I'm a lonely moderator today. I know, Kylie, it's just me and you. What happened to Hoserati? She was supposed to come back. Well, what I'm about to tell you is no surprise to you. None at all. Yes. No freaking surprise. So I can give you the specific cards, or I could just read it for you the way I would have read it for you on Keen Violet Flame. Let me know if you want the specific cards. Where's a Taurus when you need one? I know, right, Kylie? Give me a fixed sign. Where are my fixed signs at? Violet Flame, let me know if you want me to just read this the way I would have read it for you on Keen, or if you want to know the specific cards. But I can tell you the specific cards if you want. It's such an interesting energy. It's okay, just read it. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with the cards that I got specifically is like he gets to the point of like wanting to let it all out, and then he dials it right back. It's like on the tip of his tongue, and then he dials it right back. And he like steps in, steps forward, and then he like pauses, like he doesn't move. And so what's fascinating about this to me is that he's really manifesting some of his more shadowy traits. Like I'm looking at this, and what I'm picking up fairly clearly is that the way he's behaving is not the person, it's not the man he wants to be. It's not who he knows himself to be when he's truly being his best self. And so he's frustrated by the stink of his own shit at this time. There's an energy here of him feeling a bit like, you know what? I'm such an asshole. Like I'm such a dick. Like I'm seeing that very clearly here that he's like, he can't stand himself right now. He's really frustrated by the way he's showing up, the way he is showing up, but choosing not to behave in the way that he feels. Like he sees his incongruence and he's frustrated by his own incongruence. And simultaneously, he's not even ready to take a small step toward fixing it. He's got this there's a disconnect, is what I'm seeing here, in between recognizing the problem and actually doing something about it. And so what I've got very clearly is that, oh yeah, he recognizes the problem. He's not in a place yet where he's doing anything about it. And he's aware of that. And this is why he feels like an asshole. Like I'm seeing asshole energy all over this. You know, for anyone who's curious, Knight of Wands reversed, Emperor reversed, Page of Wands reversed, Star upright. So this is giving this very much like an energy of, yeah, I hope I'm different in the future. I'm not going to do shit in that direction right now. And so, you know, if I was with you on Keen, I'd be like, let's look into why he's not doing anything. Let's dig into this. But we're not on Keen. And, you know, his reasons are his reasons. There's certainly a level of mirroring here that you and I discussed yesterday in your session, whereby you're really clear there are certain things you need to do in this connection that you aren't prepared to do just now. You want to be able to do it. You hope to be able to do it in the future. But today, right now, the readiness is not there. And that's what I'm seeing here. But more directly with him, I'm seeing he's not clear why he's not ready. He's just walking around feeling like a complete ass for not being ready. And he's hoping that the day for readiness will come for him. But the disconnect is that he's not sure. There's a lack of clarity, bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's a lack of clarity about why he's not ready, what he'd have to give up, what the price would be to be the kind of man that he respects when he looks in the mirror. And so that's the problem here, is the bridge between aligning intent and action is clarity about what it's going to take to cross the bridge. And right now that clarity, it's just not here. I'm not seeing clarity anywhere. I'm seeing a recognition of what he needs to do. I'm seeing clearly he's not doing it. I'm seeing a hope that he can do it in the future, but I'm seeing zero clarity about the steps, like what he needs to do, why he needs to do it, what he needs to be prepared to give up, and what he needs to be prepared to go after in order to cross the bridge. So it's almost like the bridge is in front of him, but his feet are cemented to the ground with all of this clarity about what happens once he crosses it and zero clarity about why his feet are cemented to the ground. So that's what's going on here with him. There's a lot of that for a lot of people right now with the energy of Jupiter, Neptune conjunct. There's a lot of people who have a lot of hope about what's to come and not a whole lot of clarity yet about what they need to do in order to get clear. And that's where your person's at. All right. So yeah, big old mirror, Violet Flame, big old mirror. I love these mirrors. Thank you, Kylie. Yeah, you're like, okay, thank you. You're welcome, Violet Flame. You are so welcome. Awesome, Kalisa, let's do this. All right. Let's share the screen again. Thank you for sticking around, Pamela and Crystal, and coming back into the new live stream so I could read for you. I really appreciate that. My man friend kept apologizing when I cut him off. Like, really stop. Awesome. Okay, so Illinois, Peoria. Illinois, Peoria. 12/11/1986. No birth time. Okay, no problem. I'm glad it worked out too. Thank you so much for being patient, because I know you had to be patient with a lot of people going before you. Really appreciate it. All right. Okay, we already shared the screen. Cool. Have a great night, Pamela. Take care. Okay. Can you tell me how the eclipse energies will be influencing my chart? I'm already feeling the energy pretty intensely. Great question. Let's look. 3:15 a.m. Okay, that's a great question. That's a great addition. Let's edit this. 3:15 a.m. Placidus. Okay. Okay. And let's go to transits now. Okay, perfect. Now let's see. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, some of what you're feeling isn't necessarily the eclipses. Some of what you're feeling is the influence of Uranus transiting your 7th house directly across from the ruler of your 7th house. Oh, yes, girl. This is an upgrade, Crystal. I love this for you. This is such a beautiful upgrade. Okay, so a couple of problems that can occur in your love life in this lifetime, just alone based on the way your natal chart is set up. Couple of problems that I know that you've probably run into. Timer, there we go. That's not what I want to do. Problems you run into with the ruler of the first being a ruler of the 7th being in the first. Sometimes people have to work a little too hard to get your attention. And so they give up before you're actually ready at times, Crystal. You finally get ready, or you finally are ready to share emotion or be connected, and they are like, they're gone. Like they're dealing with somebody else. They're not around. They're not available. And because of the intensity of connection that you feel, like you weren't born for like little simple connections, like, you know, Jill and Joe go to the supermarket, drink coffee, and read the newspaper. You were born for things that are of an intense nature. And so the problem that you can run into at times, especially with Venus and Scorpio, Venus in the sign of its fall, is that periodically you can get into financial problems with people that you're connected to romantically. You can find that these people use you for money, or somehow, some way, maybe you guys made an investment together and you just end up holding the bag at times. Like, you and Joe go on a trip, somehow, some way, you end up paying for most of that trip. Like, that kind of thing can be a problem for you in your love life. And so what I'm seeing here for you is an opportunity for all of the kind of shadiness that Venus and Scorpio can provide to shift. For you to finally get love relationships that are sincere and deeply connected and that are like power couple type of energy without the drama. Now, that doesn't mean tempers don't flare, intensity isn't high, connection isn't deep. You guys need to lock yourselves into, a space for a 48-hour powwow to get to the bottom of some soul searching together here and there. And you find that as part of the intimacy, that's a real turn on for both of you. But that's the way this energy manifests in the light, is it gives you that opportunity for deep soul connection with another person, powerful chemistry and pull, without so much of the drama, without so much of the hard work that you feel like you're doing, that other people feel like they're doing just to be connected to you. And so this is going to really help you let your guard down. It's going to help you open up emotionally. It's going to help you start to learn to share with people, hey, I'm into you, when you're actually into someone, so that the people who are into you don't get the wrong idea. Because one of the other problems I'm seeing you have with this is I see you're built for people who have a lot of their own intensity. And these people don't always reveal their feelings very quickly or very fast. And so both of you can be sending the wrong signals to each other, where, your ships cross in the night, when you could have, like, oh, let me come get on your yacht and let's have a party together. That opportunity gets missed because they're quiet about what they feel. You're quiet about what you feel. Nobody's actually being transparent. And then boom, the opportunity is missed. I'm seeing you open up a lot more and share more and give more to people in a way that give more green lights to people, that lets the right people know, hey, I'm open, and the wrong people know, dude, no chance, get out the way. So that you're not just stuck with these people who have the patience to pursue you, but not the passion that you need for the kind of connection that works for you. Because frankly, I see the people who do have the patience to pursue you, Crystal, you're bored with these kind of people. By the time they actually show up to be a part of, be in a thing with you, what you're dealing with is who's left, not who you love. And that's not a way you want to operate your love life. And so these eclipses, Uranus opposite your Venus, this is meant to help you shed some of the shadow side of the ruler of the seventh being in the first house, Pluto conjunct that ruler, having the Scorpio first house and the Scorpio rising. It's meant to crack open your shell a bit more so the right people can be attracted to you without so many of the problems that come with letting the wrong people in, because those were just the people that happened to be patient enough with you. Exciting, very, very exciting, my girl. You'll have to let us know how this goes. Just on a closing note, these up levels in your personality and the way that you are operating in the dating and relating world are going to come with some major upgrades to the kind of person that you're about to connect with. the remainder of this year into next year and the following, I am seeing you have entered a love transit, and this is the work that's required in order to take advantage of love landing in your life. So good job. Keep going. Open that heart, open those arms, let people in, let people know that you're into them. Don't let people have to work too hard to pursue you. Like, let people know, like, make it be mutual so that you can start to get more of the light side of the Scorpio Venus energy. Because otherwise, I mean, you already know, Crystal, what it's been like to deal with the shadow side of it. Like, it's shitty. Scorpio Venus it's not the best placement for Venus, I'll tell you that. And so you need people who are very patient, very understanding with you. But this is really an energy that's saying it's okay to let people in a little bit more. The quality of people coming is going to be better than the people before you, but you're going to have to be willing to open up in order to receive it. All right. Yay. Okay. It does sound awesome, Kalisa. I'm really excited for you. Yeah, this is going to be dope. Dope, super dope. I'm really excited for you. Very cool. Hi, me. How's the chat tonight? Me. Hey, the chat is popping. Kylie, your conversations with yourself are hilarious. Okay, I have a cue, but you might have to channel. If you're ready to go, then don't worry about it. Let me see what comes through. Let me see if there's an answer that comes through, because sometimes when I'm already working in this way, the channel is just open. It's just waiting for the right question to show up. So let's have the question, Kylie. You're welcome, Kalisa. I hope it was helpful for you. And Kylie, once again, thank you for getting me into the new chat or getting me into a new live stream with people. Ooh, fun times, fun times. It definitely was good, Kalisa. Yeah. I mean, I see you've attracted people who have held too much back from you as well, which has also made it distrustful for you, made it hard to trust for you. So hang in there. Good stuff is coming. A lot of it's going to come as you shift your vibration and change the way you're showing up with people. Some better quality people will come hang out with you. You have a great night too, Kalisa. So great to meet you. Thanks for letting me read for you. Subscribe to the channel. I come live periodically on here every other week or once a month. I tend to be live, and we all have a good time here. Let me pull a Lightworker Oracle to close. HA, thanks, Kay. I knew both of the last readings would be relevant for me, and they were. I'm glad I listened and tuned in. Awesome. HA, so great to have you. I'm really glad that they were relevant for you. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to prepare a Lightworker Oracle for us to close out. I'm also going to prepare a Black Angel card for us to close out. I have a mentor, I asked her about the P word. She said there was just white light there, the sperm to egg situation. I don't like saying the P word. So anyway, a few years have passed. Interesting. Where are we going? Kylie, where are we going with this? Oh, I can't wait to hear the question. And I am seeing the same light. I don't know if it's just protected or what's going on. Sacral. Okay, girl, are you asking about your own energy? Are you asking about collective energy? I'm so confused. Clarify, bring me further into the situation. What did you ask about the P word exactly? And are we talking about pussy, penis, or pleasure? Because the P word, power, I don't know what we're referring to. I need you to be really clear with me. What did you ask and what are you asking me? Ooh, great card. Let's see. This one up, card number 30. Let me open this one up. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, you're on your way back home. Crystal, are you safe? I'm praying you're safe. I was literally just thinking about you. You must have pinged me in your head because I was literally like, I wonder where Crystal's at. Literally just as I wrapped up with Kalisa, and you can see here, she was the last one. I was like, I wonder if she's going to go out for more stuff or if she heading home. Okay. Let's see what Kylie says. And I'm seeing the same light. I don't know if it's just protected or what's going on, April, for me, because I asked if I might be pregnant and now it's years down the line. I've seen the same thing. I don't know what it is. Oh, girl, stay safe, the vent. Stay safe. We need you to stay safe. Okay. I know. I think about you guys. I think about Kylie, the vent, Hope Glitterati. I think about all of you when I'm not hanging out with you. Hell not. Taking my ass home. Okay, Kylie, you want me to remote view into your womb and find out if you're pregnant? Let me make sure I understand the question correctly, girl. Is that what you want me to do? Remote view into your womb and find out if you're pregnant? I just want to make sure I understand what I'm being asked to do. I don't like saying the P word. Okay, so we are neither talking about pussy, we are not talking about penis, and we are not talking about power. I got it. You're talking about whether or not you're pregnant. Girl, I can't answer that. How am I going to know? Shoot, I never looked at a pregnant woman to see for sure what that looks like. I'm just wondering why the light is there. Oh, girl, you asking some deep questions. I think I'm going to take an Uber or Lyft home because I really don't want to walk past the area or whatever. I think that's a brilliant idea. I don't know that you need to be re-traumatized tonight, the vent. I think you're good to go. Please take an Uber or Lyft directly to your door and let us know when you got in there, please. I know it's going to be expensive, but given what you experienced just leaving the house tonight, worth it. It'll be worth the peace of mind. Okay. I don't like the word pregnant either. Why does the white light exist and it's more than the white life? Okay, white light. Okay. Oh, Kylie, I don't have an answer, baby cakes. That's something you're going to have to go in there and ask yourself. You're going to have to talk to your womb and ask your own womb. Because, yep, you're going to have to ask your womb why she doing that. I mean, yeah, I've never tried to channel for you before, and I'm not getting a clear answer coming in directly. other than just to say that this is like a protection that's been put in place for your womb space. There's like a consecration energy, I think. Vivek, Kylie, take a test. Yes. Kylie, take a test, please. But I think that this is a protection that's been put in place in your sacral area as a preparatory step to a potential pregnancy. I'm not sure if you're pregnant now. I don't know what your sex life is like and all of that, but the test knows better than K Moon. The Van, hell yeah. You better speak some facts. Kylie's out here. I don't want to get a test. Just channel it for me. Tell me I'm not pregnant. No, take a test. That is right. The Vin is out here with some facts. But I will say it does look like a protective mechanism that has been put in place for you as a consecration of the womb area for purposes yet to be revealed, whether that is revealed by a pregnancy test in the next 24 hours or in the year or two to come. I don't know that it's more than, I'm not getting that it's more than a 1 to 2 year placement for you. I'm getting that it's about a 1 year placement and consecration for your womb area. So I don't know what else you're seeing in there other than the white light, but yeah, I like the Vince answer to this question. I think the vent has had the most commonsensical answer to the question. So I'm gonna go with that. The vent's like, hey, tell me about my womb too. Shit. Yeah, you might need to hold Kylie's hand just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not a bad thing. And hey, you know, I mean, I told y'all in 2020, babies for twins were coming in, and it might be you, it might be them, it might be both of y'all, but babies were coming, that they specifically needed twin energy for some reason to walk through. So I told you this in 2020. Y'all out here taking your own life in your hands with this unprotected sex thing. Because let me tell you something. These boys' pull-out game is weak. It is weak. So yeah, take a test. Okay, let's get into this. I got some closing messages for my babies in here who hung out to the very end. I got some closing messages for y'all. Are you ready for some closing messages? Okay. This was an interesting closing message to get. Kylie, maybe this is your personal message. I did say that. The vent, I really did say that. Unless you want these kids, you need to be about your business. So Kylie, I'm gonna need you to holler at some EPT tomorrow. This might be your Easter gift. Glutton for punishment. I love what I do, Lynette. It's fun for me. Plus, you know, mama be having goals. She got goals she needs to meet. She got quotas and stuff. She got metrics that she needs to hit. So, and I'm a goal-oriented kind of girl. So that's what we're doing out here. But Lynette, you're just in time because I have closing messages for people who have hung out the entire time before I release and close this live stream. So closing message for anyone who's listening, card number 30 from the Lightworker Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. Card number 30 is the Dark Angel. And so here it is. You also told us, Scorpio people, not to hope. Yeah, Taurus people too. Taurus and Scorpio, y'all in for some changes. So just listen. You out here doing things. You doing things at your own risk. I told y'all what to expect at your own risk. Okay, Dark Angel. You got closing messages when I ain't home yet. Has the Uber shown up the vent? Because nobody else is paid, and my eyeballs feel like they're getting a hole burnt in them. My eyeballs, it's a burning hole in them from my screen, from my monitor. It was like a pendulum swing. Kylie, when you buy that EPT test, let me just remind you, condoms are a great idea. Condoms are a beautiful thing. So I'm going to just say, get some condoms. All right. They're your friend. Use some YouTube videos. There's a correct way to put on a condom. Follow some tutorials. Learn the correct way to put on a condom so it is not breaking on you. Cap, Sun, and Aries rising. That's true, Lynette. That Cap, Sun, and Aries energy, knows how to work. Yeah, but Lynette, this is right about the time that the chat gets a little bit X-rated, a little NC-17 or NR-17. I don't know what it is. It's a little adults only, if I should say, Lynette. I'm on the daggone train. Why are you on the train event? We talked about an Uber for you. What is the problem? No, I do. I have a blue light filter, not on my big monitor. Today I use my big monitor. Normally I have like multiple filters on my laptop itself, and I have a blue light filter for my glasses. But today I decided to read on my big monitor, and it just wore my eyes out. So next time I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just stick with my laptop, which is what I normally do, because I have a darkener, a blue light filter on my laptop, and then I also have something called Flux, which turns it from blue light to red light in the evenings. And I have the blue light filter on my glasses. So I have lots of eye protection because I sit and look at my screen all day. But yeah, it's crazy because today's the one day I didn't do it, and my eyes are like, girl, please, this is not what you want to do with yourself. This is not it. Please don't do this ever again to us. So, okay, I got it. Okay, so the vent, when you get to the city, you are going to take an Uber or take a car, correct? When you get from Jersey City into, or wherever you are in Jersey, into Manhattan, that's when the car action happens. Please confirm. There is one correct answer, and I'm gonna need to hear it. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Yes, Lynette, we got a little X-rated here right when you walked in. So I guess maybe you needed that infusion. I get migraines from blue light. Oof, migraines are the worst. I've only ever had like 2 in my life, and I hope to never have that experience again. I had an etheric experiences earlier, so my energies are flying. Got it. Okay. Now the vent has some work to do here in New York. I'm aware of that. She's in the right place. She just needs to be safe. These late night outdoor activities, you may need to get yourself some safety walkers. Yes, when I get to the city, I'm Ubering. Very good. Glad to hear it. Okay. Oh, you have Flux too? Yeah, Flux can help. It can help a little bit. I have a bunch of stuff going on here. Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's do this. Let's get into the closing messages. We have Dark Angel. I thought of moving to Florida when this happened today. I bet you did, the vent. I bet you did think of moving to Florida, but then you have Florida man to contend with, who is quickly followed by Florida woman. And we see too much of them in the news in the first place, the event. So I'm gonna need you to maybe not move to Florida. I can't do nothing because the event, just given what you're in right now, career-wise, I just can't see you being elsewhere unless it's LA. And I don't know that it's time to go to LA yet. I know the vent. You told us. I remember. It was broad daylight right in front of you. I know. When Kay doesn't have sexy cards. Kylie, you really want me to get the sexy cards, don't you? This is now the second time you have asked me about the sexy cards. Yeah, okay. I'll consider it, Kylie. I will consider the sexy cards. When Kay doesn't have the sexy cards to go X-rated, this is when my girls bring the X-ratedness to me. I see. Thank God my parents don't know this channel or what I'm doing here. My God. My twin lives in Miami. I'm aware. I know. Maybe you can just stick with Alabama or something. I don't know. Coconut Grove is nice. You could live in Coconut Grove and, and outside of Miami. But yeah, them Florida people, I don't know if you can deal with that. This is the Florida people are basically the equivalent of what you got today, Florida man and Florida woman. So I don't know if you need any more of that. Kylie don't need no damn sexy car. I know Kylie doesn't. She been doing too much sexy. So true. Kylie, no sexy cars. EPT test, okay? And condoms. The condoms, Kylie, condoms. Good God, girl. Up here asking me, can't even say the word, want me to channel into your womb and tell you what's going on. God, I love y'all. Okay. Alabama, LMAO. Me in Alabama? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It could be cool. Excuse me. I've been celibate a month. All I have to say is just be glad you don't live in, what is that state? Texas, Oklahoma, Florida just passed that doggone abortion bill at 15 weeks. You can't get no abortions if you don't even know if you're pregnant at 15 weeks. A whole month moving mountains. We're proud of you, Kylie. We're really proud of you. If this is where we're at, where it's just been a month, where you've been celibate and this is moving mountains, then Mamacita, I'm gonna need you to have some EPT and condoms like as a stash. Like when you go buy toilet paper, I need you to restock up on the stash. Mostly the condom part, but yeah, the EPT test part too, baby. Just keep a supply in your house. You know how the government gave us free COVID tests? And so we could just have them available in our house. I need you to have some EPT tests just available in your house. This is what we're working with. Oh, good God, woman. I see y'all don't want me to get to these closing messages, do you? You're just going to sit up here and kiki, aren't you? I got the messages out. So you gonna let me do this or not? You gonna let me close or no? Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm 35 seconds behind, by the way. That's all right, the vent. That's all right. 35 seconds isn't much. Okay, let's do this. Dark Angel, card number 30. The Dark Angel comes to you with a radical truth. Divine love is always there for you, without exception. Love will never forget your name. It will never stop caring for you, even when it seems most unlikely. In fact, especially then. The divine is reaching for you and nurturing you. Even our wounds are ways that we can discover love and divine grace through the healing process. The divine is always helping you remember who you are and find your true joy. When the dark angel appears, you are being given a gift of light, even if it may seem to be a hidden blessing. Yes, I'm going to kiki because I need it. Okay, fine. I might have to just give y'all the Zoom link so we can just kiki and Zoom together. Oh my goodness. A dark mystery is one that helps us learn that even if things don't seem to be working out according to the timing or the methods that we believe necessary. Now, see, Jesus knows I needed this today. Even though things don't seem to be working out according to the timing or the message that we believe necessary, the light and love of spirit are unfailing. If a door is closed in your face, it's the wrong door. Divine love will ensure that the right door opens at the right time. When you encounter darkness, how you respond can make either the dark or the light victorious. You can choose doubt and fear, or you can force the darkness to serve the light by choosing trust and faith. You're spiritually advanced enough to trust unconditionally. Now, that goes for anyone here in the chat right now. That is the trust that burns bright, not only when things appear good, but even when your mind thinks things seem to be heading in the wrong direction. Does unconditional trust mean that you give up if things get tough, assuming it's not meant to be? Of course not. Relying on unconditional trust and understanding the dark mystery, you are willing to go through periods of not knowing, God, dog, this is good. Because with that Jupiter transit through Neptune, Mercury in the mix, there's a lot of unknowns and question marks in the energy. There's a lot of unknown and question marks going on collectively for people. There's a lot of uncertainty. Faith, yes, with Jupiter, Neptune conjunct, but it's like we're at this crossroads from a destiny perspective. It makes it unclear which path is our path at this point, and it's okay to not know. So I'm glad we got this card to close out with. You are willing to continue on your path even when you are not seeing immediate results, because in your heart, you know it's right. This type of trust is powerful enough to release any separation between you and the universe. Ooh, let me say it again for the people in the back. Continuing to trust on your path, even when you're not seeing immediate results, because in your heart, you know it's right. This type of trust is powerful enough to release any separation between you and the universe. You know that even when the universe guides you into challenging territory, you will benefit. You're going to grow in divine power and become the amazing being that you're destined to be. Writing, drawing, dancing your feelings, prayer, dialoguing with your dream images, you can work through the pain of a challenging time and grow in wisdom. What matters is that you honestly express the depth of your suffering. Ooh, honest expression of the depth of our suffering. Honest expression of the depth of our suffering. Then, when you're ready, acknowledge that the experience has helped you to grow. Ooh, when you're ready, acknowledge that the experience has helped you to grow. Acknowledge that you have grown from this. As we realize how we have grown through the experience, turning what was once a source of pain into spiritual light, we masterfully transform our deepest pain into our greatest growth and spiritual accomplishment. Yo, can I get an amen for spiritual accomplishments from this community? I mean, this is probably one of the most spiritually accomplished communities I've ever been a part of. When I hear what you guys are doing, the ways in which you've had to overcome, the challenges that you have been faced with, even among spiritual communities, meditation communities themselves, I've not seen spiritual accomplishment not like this. Like your church, your temple, your synagogue, for you guys, it's the world of heart open in the wide world. No walls to protect you, just heart open in the wide world. And the spiritual accomplishments in this community are profound. So We become true spiritual alchemists, releasing light from darkness. So I bow down to your mastery, everyone here. You've accomplished a lot spiritually in a short period of time. As you learn to put more faith in love than in fear, your trust becomes increasingly unconditional and you find the light even through the dark. In this way, you become initiated into the mystery of the dark angel. Then you can show others that this is possible. You can help heal others from victim consciousness and show them that inner peace is possible even when they're facing the unpredictable twists and turns of life. If you've been going through a difficult time or struggling to heal an issue, the dark angel promises that even through the depths of despair, you shall find light. In your own time, you will rise again into trust, restored faith, and hope. All will be well. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Okay, so there's an invocation. The invocation says, if you want to close your eyes or place a hand on your heart or open your palms up to receive, I want you to imagine and change any words you need to, but just receive this message in your heart space. I call upon the wisdom of unconditional love, that I may be empowered to see the true light within everything and everyone, including that which holds the outward appearance of darkness. I honor the truth that darkness serves a purpose, and I treat it always as an opportunity to strengthen the light. I call upon the light of divine love to ignite the light of my own heart, strengthening it each day. Through divine grace, I am always held in the light. May divine grace shine through me and into the hearts and minds of all beings upon the earth. So be it. That's a great message for this community and for this evening. I'm so glad I got to share that with you guys. Let me see what happened here in the chat. Painted. Good. Okay. And I did the PDS self-discovery thing too. You on your PDS event. I'm so impressed. On your way to becoming secure. Lynette says, amen. Yes. Yes. They seem like they'll be able to handle my life. We are forced to. Very good. Very good. Oh, I'm crying. I was going to leave Earth this week, but I went to Coffee Bean instead. Kylie, I'm glad you're still here with us. We need you, girl. We need you. Please don't leave. We love having you here. And even though it may seem like you can't find your place and your way, Kylie, and you're like, what the fuck is this time? And what is my life? It will be revealed in time. So I just invite you to just stay patient with the revelation and trust. That's what that card was about. It was about trusting that life and love don't leave you. Life and love support you always, even in the moments when it's darkest. So, Chris Cott, thank you. It's so good to have you here. Thanks for saying a quick hello. Okay, I mean, girl, most of us are twins. We're forced to. It's true, we are forced to grow for precisely that reason. All right, we got one final card for closing out. And this card is the Seer card from the Black Angel Oracle deck. The Seer card says, you trust your divine wisdom. Waking path is intuitive and psychic, which, hey, if you're hanging out here with me, you probably are. Sleeping path, blind. Also, yes. As a seer, you are all knowing in your divine wisdom. In the waking path, you have a gift to see clearly the past, the present, and the future. The knowledge you receive is formless as a soulful connection to ancestors and spirit beings, so you are often ignored by those who view tangible, formed knowledge as more reliable. You can find yourself with unwanted and unsettling information. Now, I know that's true about everyone who's sitting here because I've read for you guys, except for Chris Cott. I don't think I've read for you. But for all of you who are here, I know you're psychic. I've seen you're psychic in your charts. You feel obligated to inform people of what you are seeing, but you are reluctant to tell all. Although your gift has been frequently misunderstood and ridiculed, you remain sensitive to its presence. And that's definitely something, Kylie, you might be experiencing right now, is sensitivity to information, not really knowing where it goes or how to use it. The vent, I can see that's something you're present to all the time with your Scorpio stellium. In the waking path, you fully trust and use all of your seer ability. When you receive messages seemingly out of nowhere, you trust them and you use them for your life. In this way of seeing, you tend to follow the path of your soul. In the sleeping path, however, you might find yourself hiding your sixth sense or psychic ability and saying very little about it. You may not feel safe using this extremely sensitive energy because it can be harshly judged. This insecure feeling can lead to closing down your capacity for insight, which few people have. Closing down such sensitivity cuts away a huge part of who you are. You then begin to distrust your perception of what's going on around you, and your soul enters the sleeping path in this distrust. Now, wasn't that last card all about trust, right? It was all about trust and having unconditional trust. You can, in the sleeping path, you can no longer access the knowledge you need to live your life while you are denying your special gift. You become blind to your gift of awareness. Being a seer is an ancient African or indigenous way of moving through life's past, present, and future. We have discarded this practice and becoming more American or Western, if you will. You might be from another Western place. It's very hard to trust that we have abilities to connect with ancestral knowledge or information from the spirit realm. Psychic and intuitive knowing is a way of understanding and creating the life of one's soul. In your soul revival, begin using your sixth sense. Kylie, wasn't that the first thing I told you? You're going to have to ask your womb what it means. To practice seer energy is to reclaim your true spirit of knowledge and truth. This is where your pure and clear intelligence resides. If you do not trust or use your psychic ability, then you have slapped the universe in the face. I didn't make it up. It says that. I read it. Your gift of sight beyond the five senses can be instrumental in keeping you on your life path, especially now when there's so much change happening. We need our sixth sense to be on. The ridicule and misunderstanding come from our basic fear of the unknown or other people's fear of the unknown, or fear of the fact that we might all be psychic and people might know your secrets. Know that the world will catch up with you one day and begin to acknowledge seers. And when they do, let us hope you will have also already begun to treasure your gift. Ooh, I love that. I love that. That's beautiful messaging. I've never heard of Black Angel Oracle. Is that a nice deck? Heck yeah. This was like my first deck ever. Before I had any kind of decks of any kind of anything ever. Like probably, I got this deck like 20 years ago. Somebody else had one and I started using it, and it really helped my transformation and growth because the Oracle, the cards in the deck provide waking path and sleeping path. So I was constantly getting great feedback on when I was using my gifting in the shadow. So, and it would provide, as you heard, to get on the waking path, this is what you have to do. It would provide that guidance that I needed, that spiritual guidance I needed to really use my gifting in the light, to bring my gifts to bear with the people I was meant to support. So yeah, it's a beautiful card deck. I totally recommend it. It was created by a woman named Earthlyn Marcellian Manuel. I don't know if it's still in print. Like I said, I got it over like 20 years ago. It's called Black Angel Cards, a soul revival guide for Black women. And she's, because so many of the things can kind of unconsciously exclude Black people, she consciously centers the African diaspora in the way that she talks about reviving the soul. However, anyone who recognizes themselves as a star seed coming from another place, to be here on earth, anyone who recognizes themselves as a light worker, someone who is bringing light to bear in the dark places here on earth, anyone who recognizes these two as part of their identity would benefit from this particular deck. Because when you are on a diasporic journey, right? When you're part of a diaspora, as Africans are in America, Africans are in Europe, you have a diaspora history, a long history of migratory movement away from your homeland to be elsewhere, right? When you have diasporic energy in your field, whether you are African in America or Europe or elsewhere in Asia, whether you are light worker or star seed from elsewhere trying to be here to serve humanity, when you have that diasporic journey, it's very easy to fall into the sleeping path of the people around you, because the erasure of who you are can be so deep. It can be so pervasive in everything around you. And that card specifically talked about the erasure of the gift of sight, and the erasure and the impact that that can have when so many around you are trying to deny your gift, and simultaneously it's loud as ever inside of you. And so I love that deck. I love using it with this audience and with my subscribers, because it really acknowledges what it means to be away from your homeland and still finding the way to stand in the light. And I think that's something that anyone who's here having this experience on earth, the twin flame experience, the light worker experience, whether you identify as part of the African diaspora or not, you can take that from these cards and really understand how to move onto the waking path. I'll try. Let me see if it's still available. Like I said, it may be out of print, but it's a gorgeous deck, and it was my first deck. Oh, it ain't out of print, but she can be expensive. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. Let me see. Go to blackangelcards.com for more information. Let me share screen so you guys can see what I'm up to. Find your way. Greetings to everyone. Welcome to the site from Zenju Earthlyn Manuel, illustrator and creator of the Black Angel cards. Yes. Okay. Ordering the deck. Let's click on it. Let's see what happens. In these times of COVID-19, many have contacted me regarding the Black Angel cards. I'm sad to say, as of 4/26/2020, this oracle is out of print indefinitely, but not forever. The medicine came through a lucid dream after a visit to Tamil Nadu, India, and has served as medicine to many since 1996. HarperCollins paid me dearly, and then I took over the rights after 10 years. Currently, there is no longer the infrastructure team to continue. I believe the work will make its way back, so stay tuned. Sessions with the cards have been paused so that other work can come through. Please bear with us. P.S. Do not purchase the decks with exploited prices by other sellers on Amazon. Zenju Earthlyn Manuel. Okay, got it. Well, let's just roll on back. I don't know if I agree with that, because sometimes you just need to circulate the work when the work can circulate. Now, as you can see here, there are places, because it's out of print, that have marked it up significantly, right? There are places, because it's out of print, that are like, oh, let's just charge ridiculous amounts. But there are also people who want to get rid of their deck because they're moving in another direction in their life, right? There are people who, maybe, they've decided this deck isn't for them, or cards aren't for them, and they don't receive messages in that way. And so rather than these beautiful decks finding their way into a landfill, I'd rather see this deck find its way into the hands of someone like you guys who are like, okay, I need these messages in my life. So I know she's like, don't purchase it for a ridiculous markup. That's fine. Don't. But if you can find somewhere to purchase it in such a way where, it's, instead of having a ridiculous markup on it, you are paying a reasonable price. Like, I think, I don't know where it would be, but if you can find somewhere to pay for it for just somebody who's just like, I just want this to find a good home, then my recommendation, get it. If you just want it to have a good home, you're going to use it, get it. I don't see any reason not to. But yeah, this one looks like they're selling it for incredible markup here, $103.99. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot. So, but you guys get the idea. Let me come back to the chat, see what y'all are saying. Yes, Lynette, that's great encouragement for Kylie. We need all star seeds and light workers right now. You're never alone, even though we feel alone every day. Been there, done that. I'm an old soul, but can't give up now. That was so beautiful. Thank you, Lynette, for sharing that beautiful encouragement. Kylie says, I've never seen it. I will check it out. I was going to get some decks, but I am up to something else and have some reading to do. Okay, cool. Kay, can you put a link for that deck? So we just went down that rabbit hole with the deck. So I would check it out. Like, if you can find a way to purchase it without paying an arm and a leg, which is what she was saying, like they're just exploiting the fact that it's out of print. That would be cool. Gosh, I love your content. Thank you, Chris Scott. I really appreciate that. It's so nice to have you here. Wow, 96. Yeah, 1996. Go figure. I was a youngin' back in the day in 96. Got it, found it. Thank you. Very cool. I'll go get Manzel's tarot before that happens to them. It's probably a good idea, because sometimes these decks, they're very special and they're really beautiful, and they can go out of print, especially if they were created by someone who isn't like an ongoing regular publisher, or if somebody changes their mind about what they're publishing. Like we saw that happen with Doreen Virtue. Was it Doreen? I think it was Doreen who created the romance angel cards and the archangel cards, etc. She said she had a visitation from Jesus, and she was like, she ended all her contracts for cards. And she told people who had her cards to burn them. Any cards that she had in stock, she burned. So created incredible markup on the product. But I mean, I get her transformation and her journey, and simultaneously, to get there, she had to go through what she went through with the creation of the cards and the deck, et cetera, et cetera. And so you never know how someone might find their way to the present state of light that you exist in. Sometimes they need to follow your footsteps through your shadow to emerge in the light. And I call that leaving a breadcrumb trail, which a lot of divine masculine energies are up to on earth at this time, is leaving breadcrumb trails for other men. So all of that to say, if this is going to find its way into a landfill or your home, let it find its way into your home. That's my stance on that. But I also understand her stance where she's like, please don't pay an exorbitant price. Because that's a ripoff and I would never sell it for that price. And now they're just milking it for the fact that it is, you know, unavailable. Okay, let's see. So the vent, where is the vehicle? I'm upset that you're waiting that long for a car, hon. You shouldn't be. I just bought a manifestation candle for someone. I'll let you know how it works out. Very nice. Chris Scott says, this is my first live and I just got here. It's okay. What info can I give you? Chris Scott, I was saying to the ladies here that I think I'm done for the day because I've been using the wrong monitor and it's kind of been boring a hole in my eyeballs a little bit. My eyes are really tired. So Chris Scott, are you on my private list? If you are on my private list, I don't know, sis, I'm out of these streets. Can't you find a yellow cab? What station are you at, the vent? Where are you specifically, girl? Chris Scott, yeah, if you are subscribed to my private list, then you will be notified the next time I do a live like this. The next one I do probably won't be until the first week of May, last week of April. But if you're on my private list, then you will get that notification 24 hours before I go live and then an hour before I go live. So you can be first on the list. You're at 34th Street. I don't understand why there ain't no cars. There's no yellow cabs over there in Herald Square. The vent, are you at 34th Street and 6th Avenue? Because there's always cars coming up 6th Avenue. Get to 34th and 6th Avenue. You'll find a yellow cab at 6th. Thank you, Chris Scott. I appreciate that. I know. We all forget about the yellow cabs, but them men and women of the yellow cab are out here busting. They pump to make that medallion work for them. So go ahead. Work with a yellow cab. They tend to be cheaper during surge times anyways. You're welcome, Chris Scott. I'm in front of Penn. Okay, so you're at 8th. Roll on over there to 6th. 6th will get you uptown. If there's nothing on 8th at 34th, 6th will get you there. You'll have to get them to take you back west or further east so that you don't run into Times Square to get to Harlem, but you'll get there without standing on the street the way you are. I don't like that. Okay, now you're at 7th. Okay, yeah, 7th is not the best place to catch a cab. Head to 6th. There's always something running up 6th to get you uptown, or you can try 8th. 8th will get you uptown too. There's cabs on 8th because remember there were all these clubs and restaurants on 8th. So try 8th or 6th. I know you cold, girl. Out here trying to be cute. I know you cold. Kylie, I'm going to release the North Node class in the fall before we close the year. It'll be kind of like a fall series where I have Star School 101 and you can learn astrology with me. I know you've already taken that. Star School 201, you can learn relationship astrology with me. And then Star School 301, which is going to be all about the nodes, how they work and how to work with them and transits to the nodes that are of significance, etc. So it's in the works. But I don't think it's going to be released until like September at the earliest, October later. So I'm anemic. Well, it's not just that, but we're at that time of year, the vent, where you go out in one temperature and you come back in and it's like all 20 degrees later, all 20 degrees cooler, with the wind blowing, especially if you're near the water. So it's not just you. Like, That kind of year was like, I don't know if I need a sweater or if I need a bikini. Like, which is it? And it's like this, it's like this until we get to May. So listen, I'll be out here trying to be cute too. I'll be freezing in jeans, a t-shirt, and a jacket, or jeans, a sweater, and a jacket. I'm out here freezing at night. So it's not a dig on you. It's just that time of year. Bungly, Chris Scott, so great to see you here. Thank you for joining. Great to have you. Oh, you didn't do Star School. All right, Kylie. I thought you did it, hon. Exactly, the vent. June. June is when you can leave the house in one temperature and come home and it's the same doggone temperature. June and December. So it's not you. Like you could be cute in jeans and some heels and like a little cute shirt and still be freezing this time of year. You had some issues last time, Kylie. I'm sorry, baby. Hopefully this fall you'll be in a better place to come kick it with us in Star School. I think you would like it. I think you would like it. All right, I'm about to close this stream, y'all. I love you. It was so much fun hanging out with you. You guys are a lot of fun. You know I love hanging out with y'all. Y'all ask some really, really good questions. It's been 3 years of horror. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You guys are all really, really, really supportive to one another, which I love to see. I think that's a lot of fun. It makes hanging out better. Okay. Makes doing this a lot more fun. So we did the closing messages. Where is this at? Ooh, am I hearing thunder outside? Is that what's going on? Ferrum phosphoricum homeopathic pellets, and do one under the tongue 4 times a day. Will raise your hemoglobin in a few weeks. Oh, I like that. Oh. Kylie, we're done. We're getting off this live stream. Kylie. Oh my gosh, woman. Can anyone in the chat tell me if I'm pregnant? I can't mess with you, Kylie. Really, I can't. All right. Can anyone in the chat tell me if I'm pregnant? Ah, you guys are too funny. No thunder. Okay, that's good. It's just the people being loud outside. Sorry I missed earlier. This sounded like so much fun. I love you guys. It's a totally fun group, Lynette. I think you would like it. Thank you so much for letting us know about the ferrum phosphoricum. I didn't know that because I'm low hemoglobin too. I'm anemic as well. And I take iron. I take Floradix every day. The acupuncture lady must have did something. Oh, the vent. Blame it on the needles. I am not going to the store. You need to go ahead and order yourself a stash like the vent got at her house. Order yourself a stash. Okay? Because when you order yourself a stash, then you don't have to think about it so often. It's not such a pita. You can just go piss on a stick and be done with it. Good night, Miss Lynette. So great to have you here. All right, Kylie the Vent, check your email. I gotta go. I'm getting off this live stream. So much fun to hang out. Thanks everyone for being here. And I will probably be live in the next 2 to 3 years. I had heavy periods for years. Yeah. Yeah. That'll drain you. That'll suck the life right out of you. Heavy periods. Suck all your life right on out. I have so much to share, but not here. Lynette, I told you we get X-rated after a certain hour, so you might as well share what you want to share because we're here for it. The vent been celibate though. I only survived for so long. Kylie, I don't know. The vent's, she's a little too Scorpio. She may be getting down and she doesn't say everything she's doing. So I doubt she's that celibate for that long. Yay! Awesome, the vent. Good. All right. Kylie the Vent, check your emails. I'm getting done with this live stream. Thank you everyone for being here. It was a treat to chat with you guys, and we will connect